Okay, today's class is a little bit difficult compared to the previous classes. Today's class little bit I am focusing particularly for joint entrance examinations. Maybe that this type of question can also come in CBSE and IC. Little bit harder problems we will discuss. So first, today we will discuss about these problems. Let us first write the problems. If a function is defined from R to R such that a function is defined by f of x is equal to x minus boxes, and we have to prove that it is neither 1 that is many one nor subjective or only. So this type of sum little bit not difficult, but when the students saw this box concept, they are psychologically a little bit weakened. That's why let me first discuss about a little bit recapitulations of box function. What is the box functions? Box functions in other name is also called the greatest integer functions. And under this box, if I draw a number line, let us just recapitulate. It is 0, and here it is 1, it is 2, it is 3, and plus infinity. Here in the left side, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, suppose this is minus 3, and in this way it's positive minus infinity. In this number line, if I want to know what is the value of box of 1.5. Box of 1.5, children, this means actually this 1.5 is over here. So we already have learned in class 11 box functions. So elaborately I don't want to discuss. Box 1.5, it always takes the up to this limit from here to here. I will not touch 2. From here to here, what is the greatest integer in this limit? 1 is the greatest integer in between 1 to 1.9999. I will not take 0, I will not take minus 1, but in the left hand side, so I will write the box 1 leaves 1. Similarly, if I say box 0.5, say box 0.9. Box 0.9 is what? Box 0.9 is in between 0 and 1, suppose here. And from minus infinity, from here to like this, not touch 1, the greatest integer is 0. That's why the box 0.9 is equal to 0. Following the similar concept, if I want to know box, say, minus 1.5. What is minus box 1.5? It is here. So if it is minus 1.5, so from minus infinity to minus 1.5, the greatest integer is minus 2. So that is in the left hand side. So you can say that yes, minus box 1.5 is equal to minus 2. So box basically will define you or will give you the integer. So once you understand a little bit concept of box functions, we will apply this knowledge over here and we will try to prove that this function x minus boxes is not 1 function. Now, if fx is equal to x minus boxes, right? X minus boxes. Say x is equal to, if I take 1.5 as I told. So therefore f of 1.5 will be 1.5 minus box 1.5, and that is nothing but 1.5 minus 1 as I already told, and the value is 0.5. So for value of x, the value of y is supposed to be 0.5. Similarly, if I take x is equal to 0.5, what do you get? So if you take 1, because there is no, it's not a real number to real number, I can take any value. Say box x is equal to 1, we can get f of 1 is equal to 1 minus box 1, and this 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. If we take box, so see, box 1.5 is like this. If I take, so 1.5 minus, here we got minus 1, so 1.5 minus 1 is equal to 0.5. Now if I take another function, say x is equal to 1.9, okay, 1.9, we can get box 1 f of 1.9 is equal to 1.9 minus 1.9, that is 1.9 minus 1, that is 0.9. So up till this, whatever we are getting, you will think that okay, we are getting the same value. Here you see that for 1.5 we are getting 0.5, single image we are getting. For x is equal to 1, if I take, I will get what? This. Now see, if we take the strategy chain, if I take like this structure, if I write x is equal to 2.5, see this happening here. Then f of 2.5, I put the value 2.5 and minus again box 2.5. So 2.5 minus 2, we are getting 0.5. See this and this value. So if this same structural thing are taking, here for example 1.9, again if you take x is equal to 1.9, and again if you write f of 2.9, for 2.9 again you will get 2.9. These are called structural, their values are different but structurally they are same. To box 2.9 you can get 2.9 minus 2, 0.9. See this same double image, same single image is coming. If I want to now draw again like the previous sum in mapping, so mapping, we can take these functions 1.5, also 2.5 you write, 1.9 also write, and 2.9. What you can see? You can see that for this we are getting 0.5, it's a real number, and here also you can get 0.9. See that what we are getting surprisingly, and for both this 1.5 and both this 2.5, we have got the single image. Similarly for 1.9 and for 2.9, we have got the single image 0.9 for structure. So for here we can understand that therefore that for 1.5, both 1.5 and 2.5, we got the single image, that is 0.5, and again, or for x is equal to 1.9 or 2.9, again we are getting single image, that is 0.9. So it is a many one function. Therefore, it is a many one functions. Now, once we prove it's a many one functions, our next job is to say that with all the y values and subjectivity, that all the y values will be, will you get over here? All the real numbers are there? The answer is no. Yes, it's a fractional part. In fact, let me teach you one thing also. That x minus box x. This, so for subjectivity, we can test that is fx y is equal to x minus box x. It's basically a fractional part of it. It is a fractional part. Fractional part means fraction. If we take, see, only the fraction will come over here. If we check, already you have seen that children that for box 1.5. If we put this value over here, we can get 1.5 minus 1.5. So only the fractions are coming. And if we take the whole number, say box x is equal to, sorry, this is for x is equal. For x is equal to, say whole number 2, we are getting fx for f of 2 is equal to this 2 minus box 2 is equal to 0. So one, either we are getting some fractional value or we are getting some zeros. So if we consider this, so only the fractional part are coming over here and also the zero coming over here for each values of x. Suppose this is one x1, x2, x3. If I want to write this, so if it is a whole number, then we are getting this. But otherwise, for same structural x1 and x2, we are getting the fractional part of that particular value. So all these values of other real numbers, they are not being used up. So here you write in y set we are only getting the fractional part or 0. So all the values of y, so all the real numbers are, sorry, you can't see over here, fractional part, sorry, we can't see from here. I'm writing over here better that for fraction, for decimal expression of x, we are getting only the fractional part that is like this, and for integer or whole number, integer, we are getting negative integer, either negative integer or whole number, including 0. And that's why all the real numbers are not being used up. So all the real numbers should not have does not have a pre-image, and therefore all the y values in the right hand side, RHS, do not have the pre-image. To write this word, the teachers will search for this word whether you have written or not, and that's why it is not subjective. So in this way, you should tackle this type of questions, x minus box problems. Another tricky problems we can discuss in this video. This type of questions also can be given in 2 marks also. Applications in CBSE generally they are facing it. So it is not that you will not get it also. Suppose f1 and f2 are the 2 1-1 functions. If f1 and f2 are 2 1-1 functions for real number to real number, that is a real number to real number, then question is f1 by f2 necessarily 1-1? If f1 and f2 are 2 1-1 function from real number to real number, then is f1 by f2, the division of these two function, Can it be 1, 1? See, in most of the cases, it may be. But in some cases also may not be. Let us see where we can see this difference. Suppose we can say that let f1 is equal to x cube. It's a cubic polynomial and it is a, all of us know that this is a 1, 1 function. You don't require to prove it. Already it is accepted and you have taken these examples. f2, suppose you have taken a linear function x. It is not very simple and it is also a mentioning 1, 1 functions. So if I divide this f1 by f2, we get x cube by x, that is x square. So this is a parabolic form, y is equal to x square. And if you can prove that this is a many one function, the objective is fulfilled. See, if I say that g of x, say, is equal to x square. Now following the logic, g of y, we can say y square. And therefore, for injectivity we know, for injectivity, we have to prove that if gx is equal to g of y, implies x is equal to y. Let us try to prove it. If gx is equal to g of y, so x square is equal to y square. Don't cancel it. To factorize it, x square minus y square is equal to 0, and therefore x plus y into x minus y is equal to 0. And either x plus y is equal to 0, which implies y is equal to minus x. And if x minus y is equal to 0, then y is equal to x. So it's a clearly seen, it's a many one functions. But for both x and minus x, we have the y value. It's a many one functions. You also can take example also. If x is equal to 1, x square is equal to 1. Check this through mapping. If x is equal to 1, it is 1. If x is equal to minus 1, it is also 1. So it's a clearly a many one functions, and therefore this is not correct. So we can say that f1 by f2 also may be many one functions. So this type of tricky sum we have discussed in this particular video. Thank you.